On Asia Down Under, Kingi Tuhetia welcomes the delegates of the 7th Annual Diversity Forum. We attend the first Children's Arts Festival, and it's World Animal Week. We look at the changing face of the SPCA. Kia ora and welcome to Asia Down Under. In the midst of rugby fever, here's a story on creative endeavour for our international visitors. A group of Auckland University students have got together to create 6 large-scale installations, which World Cup fans will encounter on the walking route from Auckland City to Eden Park. Here's Milda with that story.
Auckland's Myers Park comes alive whenever the Rugby World Cup matches are held at Eden Park. 6 box follies inspired by the theme Jack in the Box have been created by students from the University of Auckland's National Institute of Creative Arts and Industries. Using large shipping containers that open up with surprises, they're designed to entertain rugby fans during their walk along the Fan Trail to Eden Park Stadium.
The folly is actually made of scaffolding and shrink wrap. The shrink wrap's just over a frame which has also been reinforced with timber, and so it makes that really nice curved shape.
It's the collaboration of 160 students from architecture, music, fine arts and dance. They set up the installations hours before each game kicks off at Eden Park and have to dismantle them again at night.
They are doing a fantastic job. They are putting a lot of effort into this project, and they're putting a lot of extra time into this project as well. But that's what I like about our students. They are not only talented, they are also very, very enthusiastic once they get the chance to do something in the public domain.
Apart from showcasing their creativity to an international audience, the project is also an essential part of their studies as they're marked on their work.
In this paper, it's all about one-to-one scale. So that means that we make objects and we actually design them as well. So then we can know the constraints of real life, because we kind of get bogged down with all this detail where we just design it, but you don't know how it's going to work out. So this paper is really great.
The installations are spread throughout Myers Park and illustrate a variety of themes. This one is called Humble Umbrella, projecting their visions of the city of sails onto an icon of erratic Auckland weather.
We did do a trial version one day and the wind just blew everything and our umbrellas just collapsed, and that was a big wake-up call for us. But everything's kind of design process and we start thinking about how everything works functionally, so the challenges are kind of good for us.
This folly is about reminding people there's once a river course running across Myers Park 100 years ago, and now it has gone underground. And the path you see over here, it's approximately where the river lies. It reminds people the diversion, which is our group names, which divert people to where the watercourses used to be.
Another theme is Back to Black, collaborated on by dance and architecture students to explore physical reaction to positive and negative spaces.
This dance in particular is about the negative energy because the title is Rising Energy. And so the link between Back to Black and this particular site is the black is like death. So the dancers are kind of stirring a negative energy. The architectures had about 12 boxes, some that are lying down as like tombstones or standing up as well, which is kind of like unsettled between living and the undead.
Our biggest challenge would have been our site, which is on a giant slope, and it's really different to all the other teams. Basically, it's so steep, it's really difficult to walk on, and also the weather in Auckland, it's constantly raining, which means that our slope is really slippery a lot of the time.
The Elam students display this colonial shanty town to depict the displacement of those who once lived on the site of Myers Park and the travelers who have come from near and far to attend the Rugby World Cup Games. And leaves erupting from these cannons are the expression of Auckland's volcanic heritage. This childlike play theme called Reactive involves the senses of touch, smell, sight and sound.
It's just so that people can feel like the sensation of the wool, which is actually real. And especially like small kids who get really curious, we see them like, see how far they can put their hand in. And it's just all good fun. That's like what our whole folly's about.
And what we wanted to do is like capture the funness and like the playfulness like you'll get from a park, but like we wanted to also like the adults enjoy the playfulness as well.
Everyone seems to enjoy the experience, especially at night time when the lights shine from each installation, making the walk to the rugby game more exciting.